Hey, it's Kenny. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Good, good. Thank you for being on the show. Sorry about the slight delay, man.
Oh, you're fine. Thanks for having me.
Let's just go ahead and begin. How did you get started into doing music, man?
Well, I was an English major in college, and I took a creative writing class, and one of my teachers was like, "All right, guys, we want you to write a poem about some baggage," and it was a tough time for me during that year, so I just like unloaded just page after page after page, and I was listening to instrumentals while I was doing it. And when I turned it in, he was like, "Hey, this is good. It's got like a hip hoppy feel, but the flow's a little off." And I looked at him. I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Did you like change something?" I was like, "Yeah, I took out a few cuss words because I wanted to make it school appropriate." And he looked at me again. So then after that, we like a peer review type of thing going on, and I was like, "Oh, you should make this a song." So I did, and it was up from there.
That's awesome, man. I do like the fact that, poetry and hip hop goes hand in hand, with the wordplay, with the storytelling, and people actually
Right.
hear what you're saying. And I mean, I know some artists that make that transition from poetry to hip hop artists. I feel like it is like the similarities are there, and I like both arts. I like what each bring. Feels like poetry's
Hmm.
got that connection feel, like people can actually hear what you're saying. It's very deep
Right.
what people are saying. It could be about their issues or someone else's issues or what's going on in the world today. So, poetry, that's some deep stuff right there for sure. Um, who do you consider like some of your influences? It could be poetry, it could be hip hop artists, whatever the case may be. Who are some of your influences?
Well, probably I really like lyricists and the deep lyrics. So I like to go with Kendrick, Cole. I like Drake. When he's got the whatever the location is, and then the time like the 6 p.m. in Dallas and stuff like that. That's I like the deep cuts. So whatever's the hard hitting lyrics is what I usually go for. Nas, Biggie, Pac. You know, too many name off for real.
I definitely, Drake. He's a very happy camper these days.
Yeah,
Very very happy
I've
dude.
noticed that.
You know, um, his hometown team won the championship. You know,
Right, right.
is he gets a bad rap as a sports fan for being bandwagon and all that
And then the
stuff.
curse too.
And the curse, us Kentucky basketball fans are still kind of affected by it. So and I tell
Right.
people like just because the curse ended for the Raptors, don't mean it ended
Mm.
for everybody else. I mean, Anthony Joshua still trying to recover after he got his head knocked off
Yeah,
by
I saw
Andrew.
it too. I thought he was gonna win. I thought he was gonna be the one to break it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he probably won if he didn't or post that
Probably,
picture.
probably.
I mean, people got the superstition here and there, but it is what it is. I played one of your songs earlier off your
Hmm.
out your SoundCloud, Assumptions. I played that
Yeah.
song. I like that record. Talk about that song. What was it like recording it, and what's that song about?
I lived in like a rural area when I was in college, and when I moved in, it was my dad and my roommate, and my dad just looked like Terry Crews basically, and then my roommate looked like a young Wesley Snipes. So there's some big dark brothers with me, and our neighbors just weren't too fond of that. So while we were moving stuff in, took us about a day. Then when we woke up the next morning, there were like no trespassing signs all around the yard and stuff. So like they kind of gave off a racist vibe with that. And then I came home from class one day, and then like just how the song starts out, the stare downs were coming from across the street. He just happened I was in my car, music was loud, I had my Jordans on, and he just gave me the dirtiest look. And, you know, I wasn't too happy about that, so I gave him one back. And then I went in my apartment, I was like, man, he really just doesn't even know me. I'm over here trying to pursue my education, and he just thinks I'm just nothing just because of the color of my skin. And I don't know, it really got to me after that. And then the second verse was about, there was a young biracial boy who got hung by his neighbors. It was up in the Northeast somewhere, and I don't know, I was watching the news story. It was on Facebook, and I don't know, it just really got to me, just thinking, you know, that could have been me, that could have been my son, all because of the color of his skin. And, I mean, he was, you know, 80, he liked superheroes, and, you know, I like superheroes too. I was like, man, it just hit too close to home. So, I don't know, I just felt inspired to write about it, to let people know that, you know, this is still going on.
It's definitely deep stuff right there. You know, that word can be thrown around for obvious reasons, and you know, African Americans is still a struggle, just trying to make it through a daily life or whatever. You know, we tend to get a bad rap for whatever reason, but there are some good black people out there, you know, that just living a good life and spending time with family and loved ones, but you know, that notion that, you know, you're a threat to society and won't get rid of you or whatever, or punish you for no reason, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's still the thing that either people don't get or don't want to get. So sometimes we have to be a bit provoking and let people know, like, hey, you know, times have changed, but the stuff like this still's happening. So it's you know, sometimes we just have to gotta knock some common sense out of people sometimes, whether it's verbally or whatever the case may be. So in addition to Assumptions, what else you have in the works as we now enter the summer season? Do you have any like new music in the works, or what else you got going on?
Yeah, I'm actually working on my third mixtape right now. It's untitled, and I'm waiting on about 3 or 4 features to come in now before I put it out. And you know, we're actually working on that this week. Then I've got a show at the Tiger Room in Louisville on the 29th, and you know, I've got tickets for that. If anybody wants to pick up some of those, they can DM me on Instagram. Or Twitter, you know, same @name, Elli P 859. And other than that, I'm just changing diapers.
Being a responsible father, that's what's up.
Yeah, trying to.
Yeah, so Elli P is the name. Go check out his SoundCloud. He's on social media. He's on Twitter. Elli P 859. Look it up. Check out this dude. And play his music, support local music, support your local artists. I want to thank you for being on the show, man. I truly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you perform in person one day. I live in Lexington, so I tend to go to the Lexington shows a lot.
Okay.
So I'll keep an eye on the feeds and everything, and hopefully we'll link up somewhere. But thanks for your time. Continued success, and appreciate you, man.
All right, thanks for having me.